With a massive 73% turnout, all eyes are on the Telangana local body polls. Why do they matter? Well, they're being touted as a midterm referendum on Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, and counting has already begun since 8 a.m. today across all designated counting centres. Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita will be in force in and around the counting centres. So far, the counting has been peaceful. As what we are being told, the elections were held on a party basis across 116 municipalities and 7 municipal corporations. Earlier, authorities deployed 29,656 booth-level officers across the state for the electoral roll revision process. Rohini Swami brings you an exclusive conversation.
You've just had the municipal elections because there's also a stronghold of the BRS. There's a tough fight that we saw. It was called a dual fight of the Congress versus BRS, but now it's become a triangular fight with the BJP also coming in. So how are you rebuilding the party?
Telangana has always had a third force in the form of BJP. In fact, let me tell you this. In recently concluded Panchayat polls, we won 40% of Gram Panchayats, which was a fantastic record because within 2 years, if we're able to get 40% result, which in itself is quite commendable. Of course, Congress being the ruling party will get the top billing. Without a question, they'll be number one. Number two will be BRS. And I think BJP will be a distant third. There is no real triangle as such. Yes, BJP is also there, also ran. But definitely it's going to be a direct battle between Congress and BRS. And we are hopeful that we'll do really well. But people also, in their mind, know very clearly कि किस इलेक्शन में किसको वोट देना है. वैसे अगर देखेंगे आप तो पिछली बार जब म्यूनिसिपल इलेक्शन हुआ, out of 143, we won 135 municipalities when we were in government. Congress had only won 4 or 5. But within 2 years, Congress came into government because of all the outlandish promises and lies they've peddled. So therefore, municipal elections, panchayati elections, or local body elections, as they're called, local government elections, I don't think they're representative of the mood of the people at large because these happen in local issues. Caste and local candidate and their sympathy factors, several things come into play. So what I would say is the real test is if the Chief Minister has poached about 10 of our MLAs, the Chief Minister really believes that his party is doing supremely well, why doesn't he ask all 10 of them to resign and let's go to polls and let's see what people have to say.
All right, so K.D. Ramarao of the BRS sounding extremely confident and also indicating an anti-incumbency wave over there. But what will emerge out of these results we'll know by the evening. But remember, the early trends have already started pouring in. And for that, let me quickly go across to P.V. Ramana, who's joining me live on the broadcast. So, Ramana, what is the word coming in so far? Earlier, we were told that BRS's performance is a little over expected.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Congress is likely to win more number of municipalities and municipal corporations in the state of Telangana. As of now, we are getting the information is that about 70 to 75 seats, 70 to 75 municipalities may in 70 to 75 municipalities Congress party may win, and 30 to 35 seats may be for BRS and 5 to 6 corporations, municipal corporations for the ruling Congress party and all. As K.T. Ramarao mentioned, of course, it's a elections of a local body, so that definitely there will be advantage for ruling party. As he clearly mentioned that when they were in the power, all the municipalities, local bodies, and whatever the elections comes in, the ruling party was won at the time, and similarly, the same thing is repeating in these elections too. That's what exactly K.T. Ramarao wanted to mention. The same thing is repeating now, and of course, we cannot say that this is the indication of the next elections and all. But as of now, the local bodies is completely, most of the local bodies is capturing, Congress parties are capturing more number of municipalities, Akanksha.
It's very interesting that you make that observation, Ramana, but many are saying that there are striking parallels between, say, the national Lok Sabha elections of 2023 and these municipal polls as well. But the moot question remains, will or will not the welfare schemes of Revanth Reddy work on the ground level?
Of course, as they mentioned, as they promised at the time of 2023 assembly elections and as well as the parliament election, they have made a lot of promises like Raitu Bharosa scheme increasing up to 10,000 to 15,000 rupees, old age pensions from 2,000 to 4,500 to 4,000 rupees, and Kalyana Lakshmi scheme. Kalyana Lakshmi, it means 1 lakh rupees when the when the woman gets married at the time, they will be given 1 lakh rupees, and as well as 1 tula of gold. It means 10 grams of gold. So these were the promises made by the Congress party at the time of elections. Of course, some of the promises were fulfilled, but most of the promises were not yet fulfilled. Even though there is a positivity, like there is a definitely ruling party will be having some advantage when it comes to the election, when it comes to the local body election, because all the mechanisms will be in the hands of the government, and however they want, they can mold. And of course, that is the advantage. Definitely, there will be advantage for the ruling party and all. So that advantage is definitely using by the Congress party, and as well as when it comes to BRS, Hyderabad adjacent places wherever the municipalities adjacent to Hyderabad city, these municipalities, of course, BRS is getting more numbers over there, and some of the municipalities in even BJP. Have to see what third will it take, because we have lot more time to get the complete results, but because ballot papers were used for these elections and all, so it may take some more time to get more clarity on the total numbers, entire numbers.
All right, so stay with me because I can see some interesting numbers over there. BRS standing at 118, Congress at a clear lead of 219 on expected lines. But BRS is the number, it's standing at 118 right now. BJP at 33. So I want to quickly take that forward with Rohini Swami, who I can see is also joining in. Rohini, what do you make of the BRS numbers at the moment, given that Mahesh Kumar was extremely confident of a complete wipeout of the BRS in these municipal elections?
Well, that's how we usually see in any political election, as well as we see it in any political game, right? The other will say that they will wipe up the party, but we should understand that the Congress is the ruling party right now. There will be some effect on the ground as well. And as we've been discussing earlier also, Akanksha, that the welfare schemes that the Congress has come to power with, they would have possibly pushed that would have trickled down to the last person on the ground. Apart from that, the BRS, this is also not only a fight for survival politically in the state, but also a fight for survival and to ensure their relevance also, because these are strongholds. A lot of these municipal corporations and municipalities were strongholds of the BRS. There was a time when the first time that the BRS came to power, they swept away these elections as well. But remember, the critical part is they were in power. So again here, now you have the Congress in power. And so, but this is almost neck to neck, right? I mean, you could say 100 plus here, almost 160 plus, and here 200. But numbers are still yet to appear. And if you remember that in terms of what people are expecting, this election is more about local issues. These are more about local wants and demands. Whether the leaders who be it in the municipalities, the corporators, have delivered it to the people, because one thing that any place across the country, in any state or in any constituency or any ward, they expect is that when they make a demand that their roads need to be repaired, their houses need some kind of assistance, or they need sanitation and water or education, that needs to be tended to. Now this is that test, whether in that local issue they have been able to deliver. On a larger macro level, whether the Congress is able to now, because to deliver and promises, seep it down and also get results out of this. Because we know that right from the top, the Chief Minister has told all his ministers and all his MLAs that they should camp in their own constituencies and ensure that the Congress wins in hands down. The BRS also has done similar things. The BJP also has done. But yes, these numbers are indicative that what Mahesh Gaud had said in terms of being confident, yes, they seem to be going on that front right now.